All year, people have been asking me, what's a good run D? Well, today I'm going to show two plays using the same tactic that I've been using since the game came out, and for me, it's been very effective. The first play is Buzz Duo out of the 46 Bear. So to set this up, I put my left defensive end and left defensive tackle in QB spies. Then I manually control the safety and try to hit both A-gaps. Now the way I like to do this is to always have momentum. So I keep my player moving, and as a guide I'll actually circle around the right linebacker over and over and over. And once the ball is snapped, I'll attack the A-gaps. Now if I'm convinced that they're maybe going to run to the right, I'll even circle around the left linebacker, but you don't have to, and then I'll just hit the A-gap. So let's take a look at how it works. I keep my safety moving, and once my opponent snaps the ball, I fly right through the A-gap and tackle the halfback in the backfield for a loss. So let's take a look at the replay. Now as you can see, the ball was snapped just as my defender's momentum was going backwards, and it still didn't matter. I went right around my own player and was easily able to hit the A-gap and tackle the running back for a loss. Now, if I manually control the safety and hit the A-gaps, I'm going to be a little more vulnerable over the middle of the field deep. Let's take a look at what that'll look like. I come down, and as you can see, I have no protection over the middle of the field. So if we feel like our opponent might pass, all we're going to do is just control the linebacker on the right side of the screen and do the exact same thing and hit both A-gaps. Now I'm going to loop around in a circle just like before, or even do figure eights, anticipating the snap, and attack the halfback in the backfield. So taking a look at the replay, again, the ball is snapped as our defender is backpedaling, but because of the constant momentum, it makes no difference, and we destroy one of the best run plays in the game, strong close counter weak, for a loss, over and over and over. So a question you might have is, does this only work against runs with the guard pulling? And the answer is no. This is my number one run D versus all types of runs. So here I'm going to show it versus halfback ISO, a very effective run play that also has a fullback lead blocking. Now the other thing I want to show is that we don't always have to run around in a circle. Every opponent we face has what I like to call a fingerprint, which in Madden is the amount of time that it takes their offense to snap the ball. And this is something that all Madden players should be very aware of. Anticipation is a major part of defense and can help you win a lot of games. So once I get their fingerprint down, I'll just stand in the middle of the field, anticipate, then attack. Now a lot of people actually hate playing against quick snappers, but I honestly love it, especially against the run. When someone quick snaps you, you have a huge advantage, especially with this run defense, knowing that 100% of the time my opponent is going to snap the ball as soon as his quarterback gets under center, means I know exactly when to start bull rushing the A-gaps and getting tackles in the backfield all day long. Now I love this run D because it really opens up the middle of the field, and no matter what the run play is, we can attack either side and come right through. Even with a fullback lead blocking, we can come right through the A-gap, right past the fullback, and tackle the running back. Look at how the fullback completely ignores us, and we're still able to make the play. My second run D is out of 3-4 solid, and the play I use is cover 3. I love this play because it's not just good against the run, but it's also very good against the pass. To set it up, we just put the linebacker on the far right into a flat zone. Now take a look at the defense. See how by putting the linebacker on the right into a flat zone, we have a standard cover 3 defense, even without the player that I'm controlling? This literally feels like having 12 men on the field. I can run around anywhere that I want without having to worry about a specific assignment against the pass. Now against the run, we use the exact same method as our previous defense. Run in a circle or just anticipate the snap and come right through the A-gap for a tackle in the backfield. Now we're just going to slow it down for a second and talk a little bit more about the 3-4 solid cover 3. As I mentioned, the only change we make is put the right linebacker in a flat zone and manually control the safety on the same side. Then we're going to do the same thing as we did in Buzz Duo against the run. We're either going to circle around our linebacker on the right and attack the A-gaps, or we're just going to anticipate the snap manually, come in, and just attack the A-gaps as well. Now, the other thing that I like about this play so much is, as I mentioned, it does feel like we have 12 men on the field. Tavon Branch is the wild card player. We do have the exact look of a cover 3. We got a nice 3-man rush, and I'm able to come over here if I want to. I can cover anywhere on the field that I want with Tavon Branch. But the thing I like about the play the most is because of the deep safety. Now, as you can see, our safety's playing a good 13 to 14 yards back behind the line of scrimmage. Now, unlike any other play in the game that's a cover 3, there is no play where our safety plays back that deep. And the reason I like that is because we don't need to worry about the deep ball. When our opponent throws deep, the safety's playing back far enough where we're going to be able to make a play on the ball almost every time. Most cover 3 defenses in the game, the safety, believe it or not, only drops back about that far. But in 3-4 solid and 3-4 odd, the safety actually plays a good 13 to 14 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and we're able to make a deep ball. And that's why I'm able to run around and make plays with my safety. So I just wanted to give you a little more info about this particular defense, because while it's one of my 2 run Ds, it's also one of my favorite pass defenses. Now, these 2 run defenses are good for any skill level of player, but this video is especially for the guys who really struggle with a lot of pre-snap adjustments. Anyone can set this up easily, and anyone can run in a circle, and anyone should be able to hit the gaps and make plays. Now, keep in mind that you're not going to want to be doing this with slow players. Like, if you tried this with a linebacker like Dan Connor on the Panthers, you're going to be far less effective than if you used a 50 overall, 85 speed linebacker. Speed and agility are major factors in using this tactic, so make sure that you're subbing in the proper players. If you're using a slow player and your opponent snaps the ball while our momentum is going backwards like it was with Michael Huff, chances are very low that we're going to be able to loop around quick enough to make a play, so that's very important. Now, finally, before I show some gameplay footage of me using these run defenses in real games, which are mostly league games, I also want to explain when I use them. So, to start the game, my run D is Buzz Duo. I'll run that a couple times and then run 3-4 solid cover 3 after seeing how effective Buzz Duo is. Once I've run the cover 3 defense a couple times, now I've got a pretty good idea at which of the 2 is doing a better job. Now, if both are doing well, but one is much better than the other, I'll actually put the better of the 2 in my back pocket, and I'll use that on big down situations. Like, if I'm having decent success with Buzz Duo, but completely blowing them up with a cover 3, then I'll continue to use the Buzz Duo, and once I get my opponent in 3rd and 2 or 4th and 1, I'll break out the cover 3 to ensure that I force a punt or a turnover on downs. Now, I use this method with all of my defenses. The more you let your opponent see your best stuff, the better chance he has of adjusting and making plays. Like, using my best blitz on 1st down won't benefit me as much as using the best blitz on 3rd or 4th down, especially since the game is so much easier to play offense. On 1st down, they still have 2 to 3 plays to pick up the yards they need, but if you sack them on 3rd or 4th down, that's like forcing a turnover.
And they don't get to 1st. Not really sure about that call. McFadden. Drop behind the line. Well, you know you've got an aggressive. Hands it off. They tackle him. Toss. On the ground with the tailback. Hit. Loose ball. It's picked up. Well, there's Brady, pitch right. And he'll